The Digital Living Network Alliance is a non-profit collaborative trade organization established by Sony in June 2003, that is responsible for defining interoperability guidelines to enable sharing of digital media between multimedia devices. These guidelines are built upon existing public standards, but the guidelines themselves are private. These guidelines specify a set of restricted ways of using the standards to achieve interoperability and include almost no free audio formats and only the most common video formats, meaning that Dlna servers generally have to support transcoding in order to produce a useful service. Dlna uses universal plug-and-play for media management, discovery and control. UPnP defines the type of device that Dlna supports and the mechanisms for accessing media over a network. The Dlna guidelines then apply a layer of restrictions over the types of media file format, encodings and resolutions that a device must support. As of February 2013, over 18,000 different device models have obtained Dlna certified status, indicated by a logo on their packaging and confirming their interoperability with other devices. It was estimated that by 2010 more than 440 million Dlna certified devices, from digital cameras to game consoles and TVs, were installed in users' homes. History: Sony established the Dlna in June 2003 as the Digital Home Working Group, changing its name 12 months later, when the first set of guidelines for Dlna was published. Home Network Device Interoperability Guidelines v1.5 was published in March 2006 and expanded in October of the same year. The changes included the addition of two new product categories: Euro printers and mobile devices Euro, as well as an increase of Dlna device classes from 2 to 12, and an increase in supported user scenarios related to the new product categories. Specification: the Dlna certified device classes are separated as follows: Home Network Devices, Digital Media Server, Store Content and Make It Available to Network Digital Media Players and Digital Media Renderers. Examples include PCs and network-attached storage devices. Digital Media Player, find content on digital media servers and provide playback and rendering capabilities. Examples include TVs, stereos and home theaters, wireless monitors and game consoles. Digital Media Renderer, play content as instructed by a digital media controller, which will find content from a digital media server. Examples include TVs, audio-video receivers, video displays and remote speakers for music. It is possible for a single device to function both as a DMR and DMP, digital media controller, find content on digital media servers and instruct digital media renderers to play the content. Content doesn't stream from or through the DMC. Examples include internet tablets, Wi-Fi-enabled digital cameras and smartphones. Digital Media Printer, provide printing services to the Dlna home network. Generally, digital media players and digital media controllers with print capability can print to DMPR. Examples include networked photo printers and networked all-in-one printers, mobile handheld devices, mobile digital media server, store content and make it available to wired wireless networked mobile digital media players, digital media renderers and digital media printers. Examples include mobile phones and portable music players. Mobile digital media player, find and play content on a digital media server or mobile digital media server. Examples include mobile phones and mobile media tablets designed for viewing multimedia content. Mobile digital media uploader, send content to a digital media server or mobile digital media server. Examples include digital cameras and mobile phones. Mobile digital media downloader, find and store content from a digital media server or mobile digital media server. Examples include portable music players and mobile phones. Mobile digital media controller, find content on a digital media server or mobile digital media server and send it to digital media renderers. Examples include personal digital assistants and mobile phones. Home infrastructure devices, mobile network connectivity function, provide a bridge between mobile handheld device network connectivity and home network connectivity. Media Interoperability Unit, provide content transformation between required media formats for home network and mobile handheld devices. The specification uses digital transmission content protection DTCP/IP as link protection for copyright-protected commercial content between one device to another. Member companies. As of February 2014, there are 17 promoter members and 215 contributor members. The promoter members are Access, Aris, AWX, Broadcom, Cable Labs, Comcast, Dolby Laboratories, DTS, Intel, LG Electronics, Microsoft, Nokia, Panasonic, Samsung Electronics, Sony Electronics, Time Warner Cable, and Verizon. Dlna is run by a board of directors consisting of 9 members. There are 8 permanent representatives from the following companies: Broadcom, Intel, Microsoft, Nokia, Samsung Electronics, Sony Electronics, Cable Labs, AWOX, and 1 elected by the promoter members. The board of directors oversees the activity of the 4 following committees: Ecosystem Committee, planning the future development of Dlna guidelines; Compliance and Test Committee, overseeing the certification program and its evolutions; Marketing Committee, actively promoting Dlna worldwide; Technical Committee, writing the Dlna guidelines; Product supporting Dlna, Dlna certified devices. There are over 9,000 products on the market that are Dlna certified. This includes TVs, DVD and Blu-ray players, games consoles, digital media players, photo frames, cameras, NAS devices, PCs, mobile handsets, and more. According to a study from ABI Research, nearly 200 million such products shipped in 2008. That number will rise to more than 300 million in 2012, and the growth curve accelerates even faster in the years that follow. Consumers can see if their product is certified by looking for a Dlna logo on the device or by verifying certification through the Dlna product search. Manufacturers can seek certification testing from a Dlna-accredited independent certification vendor such as the UNH Interoperability Laboratory, Digital TV Labs, or Testronic. Dlna technology components. As the past president of Dlna pointed out to the Register in March 2009. The vendors of software are allowed to claim that their software is a Dlna technology component if the software has gone through certification testing on a device and the device has been granted Dlna certification. Dlna technology components are not marketed to the consumer but only to industry. Dlna interoperability guidelines allow manufacturers to participate in the growing marketplace of network devices and are separated into the below sections of key technology components. Network and connectivity, device and service discovery and control, media format and transport model, media management, distribution and control, digital rights management and content protection, manageability, Dlna certified software. In 2005, Dlna began a software certification program in order to make it easier for consumers to share their digital media across a broader range of products. Dlna is certifying software that is sold directly to consumers through retailers, websites and mobile application stores. With Dlna certified software, consumers can upgrade products from within their home networks that may not be Dlna certified and bring them into their personal Dlna ecosystems. This helps in bringing content such as videos, photos and music stored on Dlna certified devices to a larger selection of consumer electronics, mobile and PC products. Dlna certified products, some examples. BlackBerry Q5 shares multimedia including music, pictures or videos. BlackBerry Q10 shares multimedia including music, pictures or videos. BlackBerry Z10 shares multimedia including music, pictures or videos. BlackBerry Z30 shares multimedia including music, pictures or videos. Servers. Asset UPnP Dlna, audio-specific UPnP Dlna server for Windows and Windows Home Server. Features album art, audio wave LPCM transcoding from a huge range of audio codecs, replay gain support for streamed audio. Customizable browse tree. Cyberlink Media Server 2. Appears to be just a DMS. Gemcast, a Dlna-compliant media server for Ms. Windows that is capable of streaming any audio playing on the PC to Dlna devices. JRIVR Media Center, Dlna media server for Windows or Mac. Also includes renderer and controller. MISMO is a feature-packed UPnP Dlna media server with on-the-fly transcoding and media organizing features. PlayOn from MediaMall appears to be a DMS, also capable of serving streamed internet media such as Netflix, Hulu, Google YouTube, CNN, ESPN, Ps3 Media Server, an open-source Dlna-compliant UPnP media server for the Sony Ps3, written in Java, with the purpose of streaming or transcoding any kind of media files, with minimum configuration. Savio is a Dlna media server and works with any Dlna-compliant device with the purpose of streaming or transcoding any kind of media files and some other. Frequently updated, has a good support community. Subsonic Media Server, Twonky Media Server runs on Windows, Mac OS X, GNU Linux and Android and enables media sharing of local and online media among a large variety of devices. TVMobile a shareware Dlna UPnP media server for Ms. Windows, Apple Mac OS X and GNU Linux. Appears to be just a DMS. Diversity, a UPnP media server with strong device support and on-the-fly transcoding. Appears to be just a DMS. Wild Media Server, a media server for Ms. Windows, Wineskin on macOS, featuring individual device settings, transcoding, external and internal subtitles, restricted device access to folders, uploading files, internet radio, internet television, digital video broadcasting, DMR control and play to, music, photo, support for 3D subtitles, support for music fingerprints. Coherence is a framework written in Python to enable applications access to digital living network resources. As a standalone application it can act as a UPnP Dlna media server, in combination with a supported client as a media renderer. AllShare, a Samsung-branded media server for Ms. Windows. Clients are also available for mobile Android devices. Effective for streaming content over a local network to Samsung devices, notably televisions. Kararu Media, a multimedia organizer and a media server for Windows. On-the-fly transcoding, supports multiple video-audio streams and files, includes a DMS and a DMC with play-to functionality. Works with all Dlna-compatible devices. Pixel Media Server is a Dlna-compliant digital media server on Android platform. It makes your Android phone tablet to Dlna media server and publish your media contents from your tablet phone to the Dlna home network. Plex Media Server, Nero Media Home is a UPnP Dlna media server on the Windows platform, streaming music, videos, photos, and TV shows. It allows to play back your media files on most popular devices including Xbox and PlayStation. See also, UPnP Avenue Standards, Consumer Electronics Control, Devices Profile for Web Services, Digital Rights Management, Digital Transmission Content Protection, List of UPnP Avenue Media Servers and Clients, Comparison of UPnP Avenue Media Servers, Miracast, References. External links, Digital Living Network Alliance, Sonia. Dlna History, Discussion of Standard, Mission, CES Participation and Member Companies, Mahaloa.